It's the second day of the International Energy Conference that's being hosted at the Marriott Hotel in Kingston, Georgetown. And today, what featured prominently was companies' interest in exploring and producing oil in Guyana. Now, starting off the day was the Minister of Natural Resources, Mr. Vikram Bard, who spoke about renewed interest in searching for oil in Guyana's Takatu Basin that is located in the southern part of Guyana, and it is shared with Brazil.
There have been some interest recently on the Takatu Basin, which is something that our government is discussing presently. How do we move forward with that, along with the other blocks offshore?
In addition to this new development at the Takatu Basin, it is also important to know that some of the operators that have found oil offshore Guyana in recent years, such as ExxonMobil, are now interested in expanding their operations. Already, Exxon has begun production at the Liza Phase 1 and Phase 2 developments offshore. The company is working towards bringing its Payara project on stream and later even its Yellowtail development. However, on Tuesday at the conference, the president of ExxonMobil Guyana, Mr. Alistair Routledge, mentioned that the company will soon be starting up its fifth developmental project offshore.
We're also evaluating the optimal sequence of development for the next project, which would follow Yellowtail, Project 5. We anticipate that that will be in the Waru area. There are a number of fields that we've discovered in that area, and where our technical teams are working very carefully, and we'll be beginning engagement. As soon as we move out of engaging the government on Yellowtail approvals, we'll begin talking about the Waru development and how we'll bring that forward.
ExxonMobil has, of course, made nearly 30 profitable oil discoveries offshore Guyana since 2015. But more recently, this year in fact, CGX Energy, a Canadian oil company, has found oil offshore Guyana in commercial quantities. Now, the company has not yet been able to ascertain just how much oil has been found at its Kawa 1 well, but the executive chairman of CGX Energy, Suresh Narain, told the conference today that the company is pressing ahead with developmental efforts.
For a basin to truly open up, everyone will tell you that multiple exploration wells are required to be drilled. Seismic alone does not, it allows us to see darkly through a glass or to see in part, nunc cognosco ex parte. So it's very important that as we drill, we calibrate our seismic and we calibrate our ability to analyze. So drilling more wells in a basin is very important. Kawa has turned out to be a very key well. Because of its position on the slope, it holds out the potential for additional excitement on the shelf.
Meanwhile, Guyana's Vice President Dr. Bara Jagdeo spoke about the government's interest in accelerating oil and gas development in Guyana, even though the country is pursuing low-carbon developmental efforts. And importantly, the Vice President pointed out that Guyana will not be subscribing to prescriptive goals from developed foreign countries.
The poor countries of the world have to almost take the same burden sharing as the rich countries in achieving climate goal. Yet, although they never were the ones that contributed to the historic levels of emission and current concentration of greenhouse gases. So we're not going to get into that debate. We believe we have a global obligation to. We play our part on climate change. We play our part in moving the world forward.
Reporting for the newsroom from the International Energy Conference at the Marriott Hotel in Kingston, Georgetown, I am Vishani Raghavir.